Dark shadows, always present. They linger in the corners of our lives, unseen yet always felt, like a cold breath on the back of your neck. They stretch from the past, clutch at our present, and threaten our future. These shadows are not just figments of imagination. They are the remnants of a curse that has haunted my family for generations. I am William Hawthorne, the last of my line. This is our story, a tale woven with threads of sorrow, fear, and an unrelenting darkness that has plagued us for centuries. The story of a curse that has seeped into the very fabric of our existence, altering our fates and shaping our destinies in ways we could never have imagined. From a young age, I felt it, the weight of an unseen force pressing down on me, the chill of an invisible presence lurking just out of sight, a coldness, a presence. It was as if the very air around me was alive with whispers of the past, echoing the torments of those who came before me. Something watched from the shadows, eyes that bore into my soul, judging, waiting. It was a feeling I could never shake, no matter how hard I tried. My family, they never spoke of it. The curse was a silent specter, an unspoken truth that hung over us like a dark cloud. But their eyes held the same fear, a fear that mirrored my own, a fear that told me I was not alone in my torment. They say every family has secrets. Ours were buried deeper, more sinister. Our blood was tainted. The Hawthorne name was synonymous with tragedy and despair, marked by a darkness we couldn't escape. No matter how far we ran, no matter how hard we tried to hide, the shadows always found us. This is not a story for the faint of heart. It is a journey into the depths of human fear, a descent into the abyss where light cannot reach. It's a descent into the abyss, a place where hope is but a distant memory, and the only companions are the ghosts of the past, a glimpse into the heart of a family consumed by its demons, a family that has fought and lost against the darkness that seeks to claim us. This is the curse of the Hawthornes, a legacy of shadows, a tale of unending night, and it is a story that must be told so that others may understand the true cost of living in the shadow of a curse. Our family home stood atop Widow's Hill, a brooding mansion shrouded in mystery and darkness. Its presence loomed over the town, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch into the very souls of those who dared to look upon it. Its stone walls whispered tales of sorrow, etched with the passage of time. Each crack and crevice held a story, a fragment of the past that refused to be forgotten. The walls seemed to breathe, exhaling the weight of centuries gone by. Each room held its breath, heavy with unspoken truths. The air was thick with the echoes of laughter and tears, of lives lived and lost. It was as if the house itself was alive, a silent witness to the secrets it harbored. My father, Edward Hawthorne, a shell of a man. Haunted by the past, he carried the weight of our family's legacy on his shoulders. His eyes, once full of life, now reflected the torment of memories he could not escape. He would disappear for days, leaving us in a state of perpetual worry. We never knew where he went or what he did, but each time he returned, he seemed more distant, more consumed by the shadows of his mind, returning with haunted eyes and a silence that spoke volumes. His silence was a barrier, an impenetrable wall that kept us from understanding the depths of his despair. It was a silence that screamed louder than any words ever could. He warned me of the curse, a dark cloud that hung over our family. His voice trembled as he spoke, the fear palpable. He made me promise never to speak of it, to keep the secret buried deep within, never to speak of it. The weight of that promise was heavy, a burden I carried with me every day. It was a vow of silence that bound me to the shadows of our family's past. But he never told me what it was. This silence, it festered. It grew into a dark, insidious presence that haunted my every thought. The unknown became a monster in my mind, a creature born of fear and uncertainty, became a monster in my mind. It lurked in the corners of my consciousness, feeding on my doubts and fears. It was a shadow that followed me, a constant reminder of the secrets that lay hidden in the depths of our family's history. I scoured the library, a dusty labyrinth of forgotten knowledge. The shelves were lined with books that had not been touched in years, their pages yellowed with age. It was a place of solitude, where the past and present seemed to converge, searching for answers in the brittle pages of our family's history. Each page I turned was a step closer to the truth, a piece of the puzzle that was our legacy. The more I read, the more I understood the weight of the curse that had been passed down through generations. I unearthed diaries, yellowed with age, scribbled with tales of my ancestors, powerful men, greedy men. They built their fortune on betrayal and deceit. There was Silas, my great-great-grandfather, a ruthless businessman. They say he made deals with the devil himself. His wealth built on the backs of the innocent. Then came my great-aunt Elizabeth, rumored to be a practitioner of the dark arts. Whispers followed her, of sacrifices and strange rituals. Each story, a brushstroke on the canvas of our family's darkness, a lineage steeped in evil. This was our inheritance, the legacy of the Hawthorne name. Growing up, I heard whispers, servants gossiping in hushed tones, their eyes wide with fear. They talked about the Hawthorne curse. Strange occurrences plagued our family, accidents, illnesses, people who crossed us met untimely ends. Coincidence, or something more sinister? I tried to ignore it, to live a normal life. But the shadows were always there, lurking at the edge of my vision, whispering my name. The fear was a constant companion. It gnawed at my insides, poisoning my thoughts. Was I destined to suffer the same fate as my ancestors? Section 5. The Unseen Guest. As I grew older, the events intensified. Footsteps in the hallway at night, the scent of lavender. My mother's favorite. She had been dead for years. One night, I awoke to a cold hand on my shoulder. I turned to see an empty room, the air thick with the scent of decay. I dismissed it as nightmares, tricks of a tired mind. But deep down I knew the truth. We were not alone. Something was in the house with us. Something dark and malevolent, and it was growing stronger. Section 6. The Price of Secrets. I confronted my father, demanded to know the truth about the curse. He refused, his eyes filled with a fear I had never seen before. He told me some secrets were best left buried. That knowledge came with a price. His voice was a raspy whisper. Years of fear had taken their toll. That night he died. A heart attack, the doctor said, but I saw it in his eyes. The terror. He knew something he couldn't escape. His death was just the beginning. The curse was tightening its grip, and soon it would be my turn. Section 7. A Glimmer in the Darkness. After my father's death, I found a hidden compartment in his desk. Inside, a leather-bound journal. His words, his confession. He wrote of his love for a woman named Celia, a woman from the village, forbidden love. Their families, bitter rivals. Their affair was a dangerous secret, one they paid for dearly. Celia's family, they cursed the Hawthorns, condemned them to a life of suffering. My father believed the curse was real, that it had haunted him his entire life, and now it was my burden to bear. The journal became my obsession. I devoured every word, desperate for answers, for a way to break the curse. But the more I learned, the more I realized the truth. The curse wasn't something inflicted upon us. It was something we carried within us. The darkness, the greed, the betrayal. It was in our blood, passed down from generation to generation. We were not cursed by Celia's family. We were cursed by ourselves. The realization shattered me. I descended into a madness, haunted by the ghosts of my ancestors, their sins echoing through the halls of my mind. The house became a living nightmare. Whispers followed me from room to room. Cold hands brushed against my skin. I was losing my grip on reality. One night I saw her, Celia, standing at the foot of my bed. Her eyes burned with hatred. She spoke of vengeance, of the price my family must pay. I tried to run, but I was frozen in place. Her voice echoed in my ears, a chilling reminder of my family's sins, of the curse that bound us. I knew then that escape was impossible. The curse had me in its grip, and it would never let go. The Hawthorne line ends with me. I'm the last of a cursed lineage, a family whose name has been whispered in fear and dread for generations. The weight of our sins, our misdeeds, and our dark secrets rests heavily upon my shoulders. I am the last of my blood. The final chapter in a story filled with sorrow and despair. Each gravestone in this forsaken place tells a tale of woe, a testament to the darkness that has plagued us. And with me, the curse will die. Or so I hope. The shadows that have haunted my family for centuries will finally be laid to rest. The dying flame of our legacy will flicker out, leaving only memories of our torment. The house on Widow's Hill still stands, a silent sentinel, watching over the land, bearing witness to the horrors that unfolded within its walls. Its decaying structure is a stark reminder of the past, a monument to our sins. A monument to our sins. Each crack in the stone, each shadow cast by its decaying walls, tells a story of betrayal, of greed, of unspeakable acts committed in the name of power and legacy. A warning to those who dare to whisper the Hawthorne name. The winds that whisper through the trees carry the voices of the past, a chilling reminder of the price of our hubris. The cracked family crest, once a symbol of pride, now stands as a testament to our fall. They say the house is haunted, that the spirits of my ancestors still walk its halls. Their restless souls, unable to find peace, linger in the shadows, trapped by the weight of their own sins. That the spirits of my ancestors still walk its halls. Their eyes, once filled with ambition and pride, now gaze out from dusty portraits, following your every move, a constant reminder of the darkness that once consumed them. I pray that they find no peace, that their torment serves as a warning to others. For the sins they committed in life should not be forgotten in death. Their suffering is a testament to the consequences of their actions, that they are forever tormented by their crimes. Their anguished faces, their hands grasping at the air in eternal torment, are a stark reminder of the price of their misdeeds. Their suffering is a lesson, a warning to those who might follow in their footsteps. My story is a warning, a cautionary tale of the darkness that can reside within us all. The choices we make, the paths we choose, can lead us down a road of despair and destruction, a testament to the darkness that can reside within us all. The reflection in the cracked mirror shows not just our faces, but the shadows of our past, the darkness that lurks within our souls. Be careful of the choices you make, for each decision, each action, can have far-reaching consequences. The hand that reaches out to grasp a dark choice may find itself forever stained by the darkness it embraces, for the echoes of our sins can haunt us for generations to come. The footsteps that echo in empty corridors, the faded photographs of a haunted family, serve as a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It lingers, a shadow that follows us, a legacy of dread that we cannot escape. As I sit here in the final hours of my life, I am left with more questions than answers. What was the true nature of the curse? Was Celia real, or a figment of my family's guilt? Perhaps some secrets are best left buried. Some doors are not meant to be opened. The Hawthorne legacy is one of sorrow, betrayal, and inescapable dread. This is my confession, my warning. Remember the name Hawthorne, and remember, some curses linger long after the last breath is drawn.